Steve, Rank File Forge here. Playing around today. I think I'm gonna do some work on my tailgate. I see a lot of people have the custom tailgates and stuff. They have the latches and stuff. I'm still in the old school method where it's just hook and chain. Want to see if I can kind of tidy it up and make it a little more automatic. So I kind of got this idea. I saw this on Amazon. No surprise there. These kind of little latches here. And what they are, they're spring-loaded little things. So I thought about putting them in the corner here. So just kind of have to pull this one on either side, pull, tailgate drops, leave the chain hook, bend the hooks around there so it's always on the chain, fold it up, clips in, nice and easy. But I wanted to do something a little different with it. These are really cool. These are actually really nice. They're, I think they're stainless or like clear-coated stainless. I don't know, it doesn't matter. They look pretty cool. Thought about taking an old wrench, putting it down here on the tailgate. I hope you guys can see right in the center, having a pivot point. So this is my handle. So this is actually going to operate some chains. Thought about getting some chain, maybe tack welding the chain straight, so it's like a solid linkage, not a loose chain. Maybe I'll put chain on there. I don't know. Didn't want it rattling around more than it has to, but unless I got something else kind of cool I could use around the garage. I may have something, I don't know. But my original thought was to use some chain, you know, loop it into here. Might have to make a notch, hook it in there, or get like one of those little links, whatever, a threaded link. Put it in there, here. Chain coming across to my wrench. And I'll probably have a hole here, here, 3 holes. One's gonna be like a pivot, and then a hole on either side for either chain. So whenever you go like that, it's gonna pivot. It's my idea. I don't know. It's gonna pivot the chain. Pretty simple linkage thing. I thought it looked kind of cool. Got a cool wrench here. I was looking through my wrench supplies and stuff. I don't use this one. Kind of looking around to see if I see anything else I could use, but probably this. I thought of using an old door handle, which I didn't really like. I wasn't sure how to make it work, but I think this is gonna be kind of cool, kind of go with the theme of the truck too. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what I can come up with. I think first part I'm gonna start hooking these up. Pretty simple. Drill a couple holes mounted here, drill some holes here. There's a little plate that it comes with that mounts onto here, onto the box itself, so it's just a nice little thing to lock into. Pull it and it should release. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I don't know. They give you these little screws, dinky little screws. They ain't good for nothing. So I'm gonna rip these. I'm not gonna replace these. I'm not gonna use the screws it comes with. I got some better screws I was looking at. I think will be better. I think they fit in there. Let's find out. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Look a little better. Use good old Robertson screw. Canadian screw. Americans don't seem to like it. They like the Phillips. And then you get these little screws like this. But I always like the Robertson screws. Just better fit on the drill. Phillips are fine. I'm just teasing. Yeah, I'm going to start marking that out and start drilling. Let's start in a nice spot. I think this is good. There's a stake here, so if I ever have to do anything, it's not going to come through the other side. Nobody's going to catch your fingers on it. I think this is a pretty good location. So I'm going to kind of put it here and see if I can. Of course, my fat finger's in the way. Let me grab my glasses. Catch on there, but I'm gonna do. I want to still use this plate. I think I'm gonna try like this. And after I'm done, I'm probably gonna cut this part here. And then the chain will just go in and out, bend the chain. That's pretty straightforward. But, so I want to be just in here. What I want to do too is I got to drill a bigger hole for that the button to go through, so I'm going to try and center punch that one too. But I'm just going to guess on it. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do is I think I should run this a little bit bigger. Actually, that's gonna do it there. Okay. Now I just gotta do the other side and we're good. So I did the other side. I don't know how happy I am with this. I think it needs to go in like a little bit, not a... I think the biggest thing that I had problem on this side, the driver's side, is the box is out of square. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe drill holes a little, you know, quarter, 5/16 of an inch over, maybe quarter inch, and I think that should do it. It should be even okay with that big hole. I think there's enough play there. If not, I'll drill it bigger. I got a plate to cover it so it'll look fine. So I'm gonna eyeball. It's probably a solid quarter inch. A little over a quarter inch. There we go. I'm not seeing this. I am having a tough time seeing that. I know. Get a light. All right. had some issues with this one here, and I totally forgot to record it, but the screws broke. You can see some ones right here. I don't know, it happens. So what I did, I drilled them out, got the old screws out, redid it, mounted it, looking real good. Let's give it a try, see if they both latch. Oh, take my garbage. Yeah, that's Steve. And I'm gonna get this out. I apologize. It's supposed to be. This is why I'm new to this stuff. Here we go. See how it goes. It locks. Doing what it's supposed to do. Now what I'll probably do is, or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna notch on this piece, notch for the chain so I can actually put the chain through here permanently, give it a bend. Bend this part here, I can just get some vice grips or whatever, heat it up if I have to. Bend it on both, that way it's always there. It'll open and close as I want. Hopefully the chain is open. If I got the chain permanently there, you're done. Sorry, that's pretty loud, I'm sure. I don't know, that part's done. Now what I gotta do is figure out my handle assembly and make a couple cuts here and we're good. Okay, I not cut the pieces here, which I think I'm gonna have to cut more, but this was like that. It still wants to catch on the side. I'm gonna put the chain and it works good. Chain's in there. Shuts the tailgate nice. Latches are on there, and it looks pretty cool from the outside. It looks pretty stock. I think on here, I need to do a little more, because yeah, it wants to. I can always weld back on, so I'm not terribly worried about cutting into the box. Hope you can see. So right in here, you see where the chain catches. So I gotta kind of. I cut that corner off on both sides. Hopefully the chain's gonna glide right into it. Or I can do, yeah. Because once it's chains up, shuts pretty good. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Just do some notches here. I think I'm okay. Got a pretty cool looking. Make a cool handle. It's gonna look pretty cool. I don't use tailgates. I'm not terribly worried about it. Just have fun. Cool. Let's make some cuts. Okay. Okay. It pushes up nicely. The chain wants to kind of go between the tailgate and there. Well, see, sometimes it doesn't, but I think when I close this, I think it's gonna fix itself. So I'm just kind of trying stuff here, making sure everything's working. I didn't even thought about putting this chain here. Seems like it should be a little tighter, but I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something. I don't know. I still want to use this wrench. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have, you know, this wrench here somewhere in the middle, so when you turn, it pulls on both these. Oh, it's enough, but kind of opens pretty cool with that chain too. So I'm not sure. The only problem I'm finding with this right now is these chains want to sit in the groove on the tailgate, and I'm not sure. Let's go this one. This part wants to sit in here. I'll show you. So you lay it out like that. It's stuck right in here, and can't do it. I gotta flip that to grab it. So I don't know if I either notch a little bit more out of the bedside to make room for it. Let it sit in there. This chain is kind of neat, but it might be a little rattly when we're driving on the road, but I don't know. I don't know if I could hook up something here so it's like, that's kind of where it needs to be. If I go any more closer to this, I guess it starts pulling them open. I don't want to do that. So either a different chain or, you know what? If I had this welded solid like this and then had something turning it, could pull both. Seems excessive, but it's a pretty small chain out of the way. I don't know, gonna think about it. I'm gonna take a break. My granddaughter's coming right away, so prior number 1 is coming by. But I may end up just trimming this just to make it easier to see. And then it's fine. But I don't know. Not 100% sold on this chain, so I gotta see what I want to do. Not a big designer on this stuff, I guess. I'm gonna figure something out. But anyways, that's it for today. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll finish up this handle bit here. I may plasma cut a bracket or take a tab of steel, weld this like this or something. I don't know. Figure something out. Anyways, talk soon. All right, so I was fiddling around with this, and I realized I didn't have the camera going. So what I did, I ended up tacking a wrench to an old square nut, put a bolt through the tailgate, kind of as a pivot point. Ran chains into these little things with a little link. Kind of neat. Everything seems to hinge in pretty quick. I might want to put a little bit more weld on here. It's the smallest of tacks just to kind of hold it, but I kind of got the gist of it. It's kind of a hidden tailgate handle. Seems to work pretty handily. The bolt coming through was actually an old bolt that I found. It was all dirty and straight, and you know, it seems to fit with what I'm doing here. So blends in pretty well. I still got to do some kind of fitment. The chain sits good like this, but when I go to close it, it goes in here, wants to kind of get in that space, and I can't shut it all the way. So I don't know if I'm just going to trim enough on the box side just to, so if it does sit there, it's going to sit there nice and smooth like. Kind of a cool little contraption I got here, and pretty happy with it, I guess, for a low buck deal. I don't know. It works. I don't know if I should have some kind of a spring load thing or what, but it works pretty good. I don't know. Anywho, I'll do a walkthrough in a bit. So I got the tailgate, seems to be working pretty smooth now. That's all you're seeing from the outside is just a little screw, just a little one Scrap is out of my scrap bin. Chains are all new. Everything's looking pretty good. This is the final setup. Let's see if I can adjust the camera here. Patient with me, guys. So we got this wrench here is what operates it. It's all tack welded here. The wrench is tied it to the nut. Works pretty good. Put a couple screws in here so it's holding it. Seems to be working fine. I don't know. Works pretty good. Can't complain. Put it back on. Pretty simple project. The chain's gonna be bouncing around a bit. I was thinking of actually tacking the chain so it's all tacked at every link, so it's like a straight bar instead of basically a welded chain. You know, I figure I could get this a little tighter, but I'm fine. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'm okay with that. So that kind of takes it for that project. Kind of a custom little thing here. Simple, low dollar. I mean, cheap. Lots of scrap. I think the truck's just about ready for the street. I don't think we're getting any more snow, so I think the snow is stopped now. I think we're finally can get this out and go on the road. All right. I think I got this this tailgate working pretty smooth. Pretty hidden from the back. It's just a dirty old screw. Pulled that out of my junk pile. Set this up gently if I can without messing you up here. You can kind of see the wrench, the whole system working out pretty simple. I was contemplating tacking these links to kind of make it a little stiffer, but you know what? I don't mind it. Looks all right. All loose like that. Got a handle. I don't know. That works pretty good. You know. I don't know. That went together a lot easier than I thought. Yeah. So now the next step is basically getting this truck on the road, but I do have one small project that I might want to do. I want to paint the air cleaner. Pretty boring. Just going to do probably paint it red to match my interior. I think I'm going to put a little touch more of lace on there just because I really like that lace. I had thought of taping up the letters on my tailgate and using lace in there, but I don't think the lace would look that good on there. It would look good, but it would be too hard to see, so I'm not going to bother with that. But my air cleaner needs a paint job. I think what I'm going to do next video is I'm going to move the camera in. I got a cool little rose shifter knob. I like this thing, but this thing is heavy. So heavy, so much that when I'm driving, if I hit a pothole, it'll drop a gear. So I'm thinking of cutting this down, moving this so here. It'll be a shorter lever, but I think it's less chance of it flopping down into low. So when I'm going down at down the streets like 50K, whatever, and all of a sudden drops down to first gear, that's no bueno. But I think that's pretty much it to get it on the road. I think I'm going to do it next video. I'm actually going to do a proper walkthrough. I'll paint that up. I'll get that all cleaned up. I'll probably fix the rows. I might do that on the video. The painting is pretty boring. But I think I'm going to get all that stuff on the road, get it going, pull it outside, wait for a sunny day, go through the whole truck, do a video on the engine, everything I got going on underneath in this truck, and hit the road. Go for a cool drive with this thing. Because the next step after this is we're going to hit the blacksmith shop. Pardon me. I've got a couple projects I want to work on. One being this really wicked vise. This is a 6.5 inch Peterite vise. This thing weighs a ton. So I need to make a really cool stand for it so I can have it mounted up. I'll probably put a couple wheels on it and I can cart it around because it's just too heavy to lift up. If anybody knows me in my blacksmithing, I love vices. I can't get enough vices. I gotta have them everywhere. But I've got this, I'm thinking of using this. It's an old air cylinder that was discarded. Actually, it was sitting on the side of the road. Or in somebody's back lane. I actually went to go and see if I could return it to the manufacturer and said, nope, you don't have an account, we don't want it. So I said, okay. So I cut the top off, filled it with sand, put some plates and some gussets on there to make a big dishing anvil and use the bottom of the cylinder. It's got a nice dish in there. I use that for doing some forming. Maybe I'll mount the vise to the side of that. That's interesting. Might do that. That's actually kind of a cool idea now that I think about it. So thank you very much. I want to do some work. I want to rebuild a forge, make a new forge with 2 burners. I have a plan to make a really, really expensive bottle opener out of Damascus. I've already forged a Damascus, but I might start from scratch, make a whole new billet of Damascus just so you can see how it's made. And we're going to forge a super expensive bottle opener. I'm going to put some wooden handles on it, probably like walnut burl. I'll destabilize it. I'll go through the whole process. I'll show you guys everything I'm doing. That, I think I got a little more idea what I'm going to do. But before I get into that, maybe after the test drive of the little rat rod, we're going to do another tequila talk. And we're going to amp up our discussions. We're going to go down to 2 bottles of tequila. Just to give a better taste test for the tequila, and I think it went really, really well. If anybody has any ideas for tequila, definitely want to try some. Try some more with my buddy Daryl. We've got a snowblower we got to do some work on. I don't have it here, but we'll get it here. We got a little bit of repairs to do. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. If you found this video interesting, I think the tailgate project came out pretty cool, which I think it did. Smash that like button, subscribe. You can always use more subscribers so I can keep this content going through. Like and subscribe. There's lots of good stuff coming up. I'm gonna start mixing up my videos. It's not just always gonna be the truck. It's gonna be some other stuff too. So let's have some fun. Let's see what I'm up to. Talk soon. Cheers.